Good afternoon, everybody. It's 4 o'clock on Thursday. Just been kind of real busy today, running through a bunch of stuff, trying to get some things squared away. We are rolling pretty good, having some very good opportunities. Looks like right now we've got a couple of bids. One bid is a big dedicated operation down in Texas, so I think we got a good chance of getting that. I think that's a good deal. It's about a 30 or so truck out operation, and so we'll be talking about that coming on down the road a month or so. If we get it, it would start up in February. So those are, we're out there busting ass trying to figure out what we got to do. Obviously, like I said, going after more and more FedEx loads and lanes like that. Yes, they're high service intensive lanes, but obviously they pay well, and that's what we need for this company. And so obviously, like I discussed yesterday, it's for much is given, much is expected, and they expect service, and that's what we got to do if we're going get the money that we need to continue to roll. I know I've had a number of calls from a number of drivers, and I had some long talks this morning with 2 or 3 people, which were really good. Enjoyed the time and the communication. Things are going really well, and then some obviously we've got to work on and try to get some things done. Some of the big factors is obviously pre-planning and doing some things like that. We're working on trying to get that done. Also I've had a good number of calls and or texts from other drivers that work not with DART or not with our company that are experiencing some pay reductions right now, and some of them people are pissed off and obviously calling me because they know where I am now, and so we companies are struggling. I don't care what I know. I just tell you right now, a lot of trucking companies are struggling. The rates are still depressed. They're depressed, and it's a fight to do what we got to do. That's why I'm out in the FedEx markets and the ABF markets and the markets that require or demand service, because they also, they're 15, 18 cents a mile more on a per load. But yes, again, it requires service. But that's what I'm doing. What we're doing, introducing it to this company, and given it's obviously changing the mindset of way some drivers run. Some of you run like you're supposed to all the time. I understand 8 o'clock means 8 o'clock. Going to do what you got to do. Obviously, it's the same thing with management here. I mean, going through the same thing. I was up at 3 o'clock this morning. Honestly, another FedEx quote unquote looked like a FedEx issue. It wasn't. We had done everything right. Our team had picked up the load. They'd done everything they were supposed to do, and they were rolling great and doing great, just exactly what they were supposed to do, and everything's going great. But FedEx didn't dispatch the load in their system, so they were saying we didn't pick the load up, so we had to bother our team this morning. But the thing that caught my attention was at 3 this morning was the fact that, or 3:30 this morning, was the fact that the load cut 4 hours prior to the cut time, and that's extremely unusual with an LTL carrier, especially a FedEx. Normally they hold them and, they'll run those things all the way out to that actual time that they have to cut. If it's a 4 o'clock cut, they may run it all the way out to, 3:45 or whatever to close the trailer up and get it ready to go. But this one closed at like 10:30 at night or whatever. Our drivers rolled in there early, got the load, did exactly what they're supposed to do. So, yeah, no, you're dealing with problems. They think they got a problem and it gets you going, but then it wasn't, and everything's great, fine, and wonderful. So those kind of things you go through and all. There's some. I've gotten a few texts and some calls today from a couple of companies that have reduced some pay, but that's not where we are. We're that ain't even in my vocabulary. Drivers have fought their ass off and to get where they got today, and it's been it's taken COVID years to get some things changed for driver pay and get it changed like it should, and it's there and it ain't ever going down, and all it's going to do is continue to go up. So again, you know what your job is. It's a tough job out there, and you need to be compensated for it, and that's the name of the game. So that's where I'm at. I'm jumping back in, trying to talk with these people on this operation down in Texas. They call the executive vice president and we ain't talking about a small company. We're talking about a major company. He called me last night. It's an individual that I know. And he called me because he's never done anything with DART, okay? And obviously he's wanting me to give my commitment, and my word and my commitment mean everything to me. So obviously, I've had to think about it last night a lot, and are we prepared to? Are we ready to make that commitment as a company to do what needs to be done? And this is a 3-year contract, so this ain't something you walk into and say, "Oh, I can't do it." We can do it. Obviously, I wouldn't have taken it if we couldn't. So we're in the middle of looking, and we're going to see what happens with it. But I'll know a lot in the next coming up 30 days. So. Hey, it's all part of it. So let's keep rolling safe. We don't need any accidents. We have got, and I'll end it with this. Jesus, Lord, have mercy. As a driver, and I am a driver, okay? When I get in that when I go to my truck, I do a complete walk around front, back, and you got a trailer and a tractor, and obviously you're supposed to walk around. You're supposed to look. You're supposed to check your brakes. You're supposed to lean your butt over and get up under and look under and check your brakes. You're supposed to ensure that your lights are all working on your trailer. I'm not telling y'all something like you ain't never done before. This is what you do for a living. And you look at the tires, and you go around and you look at your tires on your trailer, and you see flat marks from skid marks. That DOT ain't going to pass if you get caught. So we're having I guarantee you, we're going to be over in CSA violations. And I tell you, there's a number of the drivers out there in this company that have got CSA violations now on their license because they've not done your pre-trip, and it's not the tractor, it's the trailer, because DART's got so many damn trailers here that it's been an act of Congress to get them in and get them all PM'd and checked and everything else. So y'all have got to do this. Y'all have got to look at it and see if you see a problem, you got to get it and report it so we can get it fixed. And I just got to know these things so I can get this stuff fixed. We're trying to sell off 1,000 trailers. We got way more trailers than we need. So part of the problem is these trailers sit, and then they'll get loaded, and y'all go pick it up, and that trailer has been sitting for 30 days or whatever, and then we got problems with stuff. So check them, please. I know you don't want to call in, because if I call in, I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to lose time. I'm going to lose money. I understand all that. But, your CDL means a lot to you, or it should. I mean, you get CSA violations on it, and you get enough violations, you're going to have problems. So please do everything we can, because this company can't afford the violations, and neither can you. All right. Well, I love y'all. You have a good day, good night, and I'll holler at you tomorrow, Friday. Thanks, guys. Be safe.